Hello and welcome to Dad Got This. And 10,000 subscribers later, we're here. Let's do this. That's right. This channel hit 10,000 subscribers, and to celebrate, I'm gonna grill up some Iberico pork, a rib rack of Iberico pork, and I'm gonna grill it up on my Monument Grill's Denali 605, this big beast of a propane grill, because I wanna taste this meat. Because according to Hank Hill, with propane, you taste the meat, not the heat. And all I wanna do is I wanna taste this Iberico pork, because it is something special. When I started this channel many years ago, to make 10,000 subscribers was a lofty goal. Now, I want to hit 1 million, and you can help me get there. About 90% of you who watch this channel are not subscribed. I would appreciate it if more of you would subscribe when you watch the channel. It's not that hard. You just hit one little button, it's absolutely free, and it would really help me out. Now, I am not a bougie guy, but to celebrate, I wanted to do something special. So, I picked up some Iberico pork. This is from the fine people at Campo Grande. If you don't know what Iberico pork is, it is like the Wagyu beef of pork. This is how special this pork is. I had to make notes. Iberico pork comes from the distinctive black Iberian pig, native to the areas of Portugal and central southern Spain. The pig's diet consists of acorns and elements of the natural forests. These areas impact the meat directly, giving it a nutty, evocative flavor. Think of it as the Wagyu of pork. Now, I've tried this once before at a restaurant over at Disney Springs. I paid an exorbitant amount of money for a tiny little taco of Iberico pork. This is not a tiny taco. This is a good amount of pork. Now, if you don't have Iberico pork, you can follow this with any kind of pork rib rack. This recipe is gonna work fine on any kind of pork. You can do this on anything. It's really simple. We are not gonna do too much to this because we're celebrating and we're being a little bougie. I broke out the good knife. This is my Shun Ken Onion Damascus steel chef knife. This is the first real cooking gift I bought myself probably about 10 years ago. This was only like $189 when I bought it. For funsies, go look this up on eBay. Yeah. I didn't pay that for it. I bought it for 189 bucks like 10 years ago, but it's an expensive knife now. So I thought it was fitting to cut some expensive pork with it. Just like any kind of meat that you are searing and you want to get a good crust on, you want to pat it dry. Water on the outside of your meat is the enemy to a good crust. All it's going to do is evaporate and steam, which is not going to give you a good crust. Something I learned from sous vide cooking. One of the things I used to do a lot of on this channel. I know probably most of you guys who are currently watching this channel are here probably from the Ninja Woodfire series. That's where most of the growth of this channel came from. I did a lot of instant pot cooking and sous vide cooking in the beginning of this channel. I plan on going back to doing some of that content and regular cooking, propane cooking. I'm gonna do a lot of variety of cooking on this channel. Still going to be lots of wood fire and barbecue grilling on here also, but there's going to be a wide variety of cooking on here. A little bit for everybody. This is about 1.5 pound rack of ribs, chops. If you look at this, you can see that these are way more marbled than any kind of like pork chop or pork you normally get at the grocery store. Look at all that fat running through there. And it's just, the fat is melting on my hand just as I touch it. It's way different than anything else you're gonna get anywhere else. It's a different breed of animal. It's totally different than any other kind of pork you're ever gonna see anywhere else. It's really kind of amazing. For this, I'm just gonna treat it really simple. Salt and pepper. I should probably start preheating the grill. Speaking of grills, this is my Denali 605 from Monument Grills. They were kind enough to send it over to me. It's been great. I'm gonna be doing a lot more content on this thing. We're gonna set it up for 2-zone cooking. I'm gonna set 3 of the burners on high and 3 of the burners on low. We'll let that preheat while we go ahead and prep our pork. So all I'm doing is I've got some coarse kosher salt and some coarse black pepper. Pick up some of the seasoning there from the board. That's it. And just have something to dip it in case I want to. I'm gonna make a chimichurri-esque sauce. It is not chimichurri because I did not have any parsley. I had cilantro. So it is gonna be chimichurri with cilantro. Never tried that before. We'll see how it tastes. All right, I got some cilantro here. I'm just gonna chop that up. Feeling it's not gonna need anything, but sometimes sauces are fun. One of the cool features about this grill is it's got a digital temperature gauge on it. So this says we're at about 585. We're getting there. I still haven't even done the quick start guide on this, so stay tuned. Be subscribed. Do that thing for me, please. And I'll be doing a quick start guide on this because it's actually a smart grill. It's got a couple cool features in it that I haven't even delved into. All right, we're gonna throw some of that in there. A couple of cloves, what I call a couple 4 of cloves of garlic. I like garlic. And a little bit of white onion. We'll top this off with a nice cold pressed extra virgin olive oil, some red wine vinegar, some red chili flakes for some spice, and a pinch of salt. See what it tastes? It's not chimichurri, but it's good. The key to cooking this correctly is not to overcook it. You want to cook it to an internal temperature of 145 degrees. To do that, I'm going to use my wireless thermometer from Inkbird. Take it, and I'm going to insert it right here into the thickest part, the center right there. Got my 2 zones set up going here. Hot on this side, cool on this side. Let's get a sear on it. We might not even move to the cool side. I don't know how this is gonna work out. Moment of truth. How's it gonna taste? First, we gotta cut into it. These look fantastic. Oh my gosh. I'll cut this end one off. Oh, beautiful. Do not be scared of a little pink. It's supposed to look this way. That is fantastic looking. I'm just gonna let that sit there, beautiful. And I'm just gonna go for this, guys. To 10,000 subscribers, Iberico Pork. Amazing. Unlike any pork you've ever tasted, it's rich, fatty, but not greasy. Absolutely fantastic. Best pork I have ever cooked. Best pork I've ever eaten. Now, I want to take a little bit of this end piece with the actual fat cap on there. Oh man, man. All right. Not that it needs it at all, but I made it, so I want to try it. A little bit of my not chimichurri sauce. The tang of the red wine, the brightness of the onion, and the kick of the vinegar with the little bit of the heat actually adds a little bit to that. It's actually really good. Now, my favorite part is the meat right by the bone. Absolutely delicious. If you get a chance, grab yourself some Iberico pork. It is worth the treat to yourself. I do have a question for you. What's the worst part about working in a meat packing plant? Every day is Groundhog Day. Yeah, I tell bad jokes on this channel. I cook fun dishes. I cook all kinds of dishes. And if that's something you're interested in, stick around. There's lots more to come. Now, since I hit 10,000 subscribers, I want to do something new. I'm going to launch memberships on this channel. YouTube will let me do it. And now that I'm at 10,000, I feel a little bit more legit of a channel. So I thought it was something I was going to do. I've got a couple ideas of what I want to offer. One of them is going to be like a producer credit. So at the end of the episodes, if you are going to support the channel, I'll have it where you can either do it through Patreon or through joining on YouTube. You're going to get a producer credit at the end of the episodes, where I'll run the credits. You can either give a nickname or your real name, whatever you want.
I'll also do a shout out for a different level of membership. I was thinking of maybe for a top level membership, you guys can get on my Christmas card list. I'll send you guys a hand signed Christmas card at the end of the year. Or I don't know. What other things do you think would be a fun option to add for a membership? But I haven't fleshed out all the ideas for the membership yet, but it is coming. So stay tuned. But I'd like to know in the comments, leave me some comments. What are some other ideas of things you guys would like to see in a membership for this channel? Leave your comment below with the membership ideas, and I'll definitely consider them. I'm looking for other things to include in memberships for the channel. Thank you to each and every one of you guys who subscribes and supports this channel. 10,000, that's a big number. Now, on to 1 million. Dad may grill some fantastic Iberico pork, tell very bad jokes, but even after 10,000 subscribers, can't say the word subscribers. Dad still can't say the word. Dad may not be Dad may not be able to Dad may not be able to speak. Dad may sound like Porky Pig, not be able to speak, but Dad still doesn't do outros. So that's it. Bye.